So hey guys, it is 9 o'clock on Thursday morning. I was asked by a few people to show what the beef heart looks like, and I just want to show you. This is essentially what it is. Now this has been boiled and I'm saving the broth, and I just wanted to show you. My puppies go wild for it, and we feed this here and also at what we call Bella Vista South at Scott and Leona's. So once our puppies hit 4 weeks old and begin eating kibble, this is what we give them. And of course, I want to show you the texture. It literally looks and smells like prime rib. I don't know. I mean, people eat this, right? It is super, super nutritious. The only thing I will tell you is if you feed it to small puppies, and I do feed it when they start eating kibble and they handle that well, and of course we do other things at that time. When we're feeding the the beef heart, if you can give it to a toddler, you can give it to your puppies. So look. Can you see how easy that's slicing? Now we order, and Scott's wife Leona orders a case at a time because we go through a lot of it. But that's it. Very, very good for them. Now, and they love it. They gobble it right up. But now, the heart is a chamber. So, you will notice that you may have to deal with, parts of the chamber. Also, we feed beef kidney. And so, good morning, everyone. I was asked by a few people on the page to explain the products that we use, particularly the beef heart and the beef kidneys. Hey, gorgeous. So, through our 2 local grocery stores, Hannaford's and IGA, we are able to get what's called beef heart. So this piece might have ran me $3.49 possibly, and we use it in our entire breeding program. And what I mean by that is we use it here at Bella Vista English Mastiffs head office, and we also use it down at what we refer to as Bella Vista South, which means Scott and Leona's house. And we mostly will tell each other when we have been able to obtain cases of it. So the heart is extremely nutritious. Please, I'm getting messages. Please don't leave this out of your dog's or puppy's diet. So I'm going to cut a strip, and I think it's important to tell you it is a little bit rubbery. Now, my husband has tasted this. It doesn't taste bad. It doesn't taste great when it's being cooked. But look, it's like prime rib. So we do save the broth when we have small puppies, and just like liver water that you may want to give your puppies, the water on the beef heart and the beef kidney is extremely nutritious. You don't want to add salt or any other ingredients to the broth. If you'll notice, I'm just anything you can feed a toddler, that may look big, but anything you can feed a toddler, you can feed for size, you can feed your puppies. So we begin with beef heart and beef kidney. when our puppies are about 4 weeks old, we do buy it by the case. I know some people actually eat this, but we buy so much of it that I don't think the grocery store has any left over for anyone else. So we keep it in our refrigerator and freezer. And for instance, here we have Kimba. In our young dogs, we have Kimba. Now I have Bruno and Faith and Smokey, who goes home tomorrow. And they are eating the beef heart, and that's what this is for. They are having beef heart. And also, I believe in solid gold green tripe from Chewy.com. Green tripe, here's why I feed it and why I have fed it over the years. It is good gut bacteria. Cattle farmers and dairy farmers cannot sell you tripe, okay, for your puppies or dogs or anything. Actually, they give it away to coyote trappers and wolf trappers free to bait them. It's not legal to sell green tripe because of the level of bacteria. So it is processed a little bit, but making it safe. And I will tell you that all of our dogs from the time they are 4 weeks old receive green tripe. Now, don't confuse it with the white tripe that you get at the grocery store. That has no nutritional value. I know that some Italians eat it, and in many cultures they do eat it. But the tripe, if you see it and it is white, it means it has been bleached. And it has no good gut bacteria. So I've been asked over the years, why is it that none of your dogs have ever been sick or bloated or anything like that? And I can tell you that it's the secret sauce. And I don't mind sharing that. The diet that our dogs have is, when you add it all up, extremely costly. In fact, on our 9 Mastiffs, my feed bill is right around $650 a month. It's not for the faint of heart. And when you start to calculate, the bills that a breeder has, vet bills, pre-breeding blood panels, post-breeding blood panels, ultrasounds, x-rays, genetic testing, the purchase of their dogs, and then feeding all their dogs for the lifetime of the dog. We do this every day, 365 days a year, whether or not we have puppies. And also, because I have various areas on our property, my electric bill runs about $900 to $1,100 a month. When I am whelping a litter and we have puppies, our electric bill runs about $1,400 a month. So guys, whether or not I have puppies, I still have bills in regards to my dogs. And also, I told you, we also pay insurance. Runs around $266 a month. So I was asked to show the beef heart, and there it is. Now I've cut a portion of it off, and you can see the grocery store must have cut that in half, because I'm thinking the heart must be about that wide. And so I do have some frozen ones in the freezer, and you can see there's a little gristle there. It doesn't feel gross. It really doesn't smell gross. And so I cut it up very tiny. This morning they're going to get it with some egg. And so I don't have a problem telling people how I feed my dogs and what people call my secret sauce. Because the truth is, you have to really be in it to win it with the Mastiff. The way I do it is not the way everybody else does it. I believe you build them from the ground up, from birth up, and you only get out what you put in. So if you are raising young Mastiffs, it is super important to feed them correctly. You want to build them with lots of protein. Do not let your vet tell you to take your Mastiff puppy off of large breed puppy food. Your puppy should be on puppy food for at least a year, year and a half. They need that high protein. Now, my dogs get to be roughly 250 pounds. My girls are around 240, 235, 240. So I need them to be strong enough to carry that big body. And, you know, it's like any man that is 250 and, you know, weight and maybe 6'3", 6'4". You know, it's almost impossible that they would, at 30, 40, 50 years old, not have aches and pains. You've got to build your puppies right from the ground up, and you'll never regret it. Because, guys, you've known me all these years. My dogs don't have health issues. Why? Because I've been fastidious on feeding them correctly. So today, they are getting beef heart, cut up very tiny, with, now the 3 puppies will be getting about 8 eggs mixed in there, maybe a little bit of rice, a little tiny bit of rice, and some raw carrot, little tiny pieces of raw carrot. Not only is it extremely nutritious, but it gives great texture. And so, again, with a giant breed dog, it's important to note, you have to pick the right breeder. You want to find a breeder that actually is genetic testing for eyes, heart, kidneys, and thyroid. These are the things that will go wrong with a giant breed dog. So there is no fast track to A to Z. The final product, you got to build them, you got to grow them. We get one chance to get it right. I don't want to play catch up, okay? Even in the case of Smokey, the pup that I did not raise, I've been building him since he's been here. He looks dramatically different. He has a real chance now to look like his father. And I'm not sure the same result would have happened had he not come here. So we're working on potty training and behavioral training, and he's learning great puppy skills from the other dogs and from Bruno. So Bruno is pretty calm, cool, and collected. So I wanted to show you guys what the beef heart looks like. It runs, can I see a frozen one? If there's still one there. I want to show you what a frozen one looks like. And actually, I'm not sure if I have a heart left, but I do have a kidney, and I will show you. Now, this is a kidney. I paid $3.93 for this. Look at the size of it. It's as big as a 5-pound bag of sugar. That is a kidney. As you can see, when this comes apart, there are quadrants. As this defrosts, you will see quadrants of the kidney. Now, what I would do a little differently with the kidney is I would boil it, because the kidney is a filter, right? They love it. Guys, we're building puppies here. The best bloodlines in the world and the best genetic testing in the world. If you don't feed them right. Oh, Gage. You believe him? Gage wants a piece of this. All right. Go away. And Lily. And who's over here? Serafina. All right. Well, so I wanted to show what the heart looks like. We're just about due for a new case. We have puppies coming at Bella Vista South with Serena and Gage. I can't even stand it. It's going to be an explosion of brindle. There's probably going to be a fawn, maybe 2. I'm thinking maybe an apricot, maybe 2. I don't know. And the rest brindle, because brindle is dominant over fawn and apricot. But guys, here's the thing. When you purchase from a reputable breeder, you are saving yourself a ton of aggravation, okay? You really want to choose a breeder, and I'm not saying me, I'm saying don't put your money down anywhere that you are not 100% sure how the parents of your puppy have been fed and cared for and trained and socialized. Because if the parents of your puppy are nervous dogs, that's imprinted on your puppy. So one thing we really pride ourselves on is the temperament, not just the great genetic profile and the bloodline. Very important. So I'm going to continue to chop this up. I have chopped carrot already ready to go. And, you know, as you go into the summer and you're barbecuing around your dogs, it's a great idea. If you want to share a burger, with your dog, no problem. But make sure you don't give him any onion or garlic or things that he's not supposed to have, because you will really get your dog sick. So we have kibble in the bowl and little chopped carrot, and this is the beef heart. And look how much I got. Look how much beef heart I got, right? For $3. And Bruno and Faith gobble this up. Also, what they love, as I said, is the green tripe. So how I feed the green tripe is it comes in a can, the size of a cranberry sauce can. I open it on the top and the bottom. I push it right out. I slice 3 sections that look like hockey pucks, and then I cut them. I make a cross, and I cut them, and I take out little, like, pieces of pie. And so the first section gives me 4 pieces, 1 to each puppy. I break it up through the kibble. Sorry, I'm rushing here. And I feed yogurt with no xylitol. Go ahead, take what you need. With no xylitol. Xylitol is Xylitol. It is a sweetener, and you do not want to feed anything with xylitol to your puppies. Now, it's very easy to get a list of medicines you can feed your dogs and medicines you should not feed your dogs. Some of the big things you do not want to feed your dog is xylitol or any type of medicine with pseudoephedrine, pseudoephedrine, pseudoephedrine. Yeah, you don't want to give them that. And I always back up all this good nutrition with probiotics. You can either give them Danone, D-A-N-N-O-N-E, yogurt, or the Equate brand at Walmart. I know that it has no xylitol in it because I've been buying the same products forever. And so you hear them puppies, they smell the beef heart and the carrots, and they got a little bit of rice, and they got some scrambled egg. No salt, nothing extra. No heavy butter, cream, nothing like that. But you want to back all this up with probiotics. That is why Gage looks like he does. And so I was asked by several people about a week ago if I would do a video on how I feed. And I think, listen, at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. If your dogs are not getting sick and they're not bloating, then guys, you're doing the right thing. I like to feed things that make that coat vibrant, right? They can have little olive oil. Olive oil is good for every living thing, right? I'm not telling you to feed your dogs olive oil. I am telling you that I feed a little tiny bit. I feed a lot of eggs. I feed the beef heart, the beef kidney. I feed the green tripe. As the puppies get older, from about 4 weeks, I'm cutting that can in 3s. I'm making quadrants, right? Each puppy gets a triangle of the green tripe. I mix it through. I give them some probiotics with their kibble, like I'm feeding mush at 4 weeks. I'm feeding the green tripe. I'm topping it off with probiotics. Good clean water. Look at Gage. He's like, yes, I did that with you, big boy. Because Gage grew up on beef heart, beef kidney, yogurt. Again, you know, you don't want to play catch up with your puppies. And Smokey's mom has FaceTimed him. She is completely smitten with him already. He is going to be spoiled rotten. And look I got so much beef heart out of that one $3 heart. And just go to your grocery store and ask your butcher if he can get you in beef heart and beef kidney. I do supplement it. It's extra protein for my puppies. My puppies deserve the best of everything I can give them. When you spend a little extra on good nutrition, you're spending a lot less on medical bills. I have 4 big Mastiffs sitting right here by the camera. But guys, I just wanted to pop on. I didn't want to make this video too long. Beef heart does not smell bad. I can tell you, Chris has actually tasted this. It is very tender. You want to cut it small, like you could give it to a toddler. Look how tiny it is. Tiny, tiny. About as big as what? Probably smaller than a grape, right? So remember, guys, when you're getting your puppies home, that we build them. The best bloodlines in the world will only carry you so far. It is your job to have a plan in place for a good nutrition plan. Maybe blueberries are nutritious. Everything in moderation. And I will tell you, I heard last summer that a dog bloated from 5 pieces of watermelon. 5 pieces of watermelon bloated a young dog. So you want everything in moderation. Listen, the issue, the treat of it all is you cutting a section of watermelon and handing it to your baby and saying, oh, you like that? Because it's watery and it's delicious, right? And it is nutritious, but it's mostly water. And so it's really about the connection with your dog. Your dog seeing you cut something up for him and feeding him. I have Bruno so trained. He heels beside me. He watches for my hand. I do this. He sits right down. I do the hand sign right near my leg. He comes and he heels right. I've had him 10 days. How long have I had him? Same thing with Smokey. Same thing with Faith. Faith is a little more rambunctious. It's going to take me a little longer with her because I know she knows she's the only girl. But guys, at the end of the day, all the work we're putting in now, we're going to have a beautiful finished product. So I'm excited, and I'm really excited for all of my amazing clients, all of our amazing clients that are waiting on the Serena Engage litter. She is due July 25th, headed for x-ray. She's on standby. They couldn't get her in till 4 days before she was due. Now she's on standby for that x-ray. She looks amazing. So I am very excited for the people that are waiting. Bella Vista South is in the process of redoing that whelping room. The box is going in place, all the shelving. And they are doing an amazing job down there. And they have a lot of the equipment I have here. So Scott comes tomorrow to pick up Smokey, and bring him home to his mom, who loves FaceTiming him. She knows he's going to keep her on her toes. And so what I love about Smokey's new mom, like all of my clients, even though they're Mastiff savvy, I think, guys, we can all learn from each other. Nobody knows everything. The greatest riders in the world still take coaching updates. Even though I don't have horses anymore, because I have ridden all my life and taught and trained horses all my life and given riding lessons, if there is a coaching update in the area with a good coach, I jump in. Even though I don't have horses anymore, sometimes they call me and say, hey, you want to ride? So I do. But I find learning and training, I'm always willing to learn. And sometimes somebody that is not a certified trainer can teach you something. So guys, if you're breeding Mastiffs, remember, do it right the first time. learn from the other seasoned breeders around you, because none of us know everything. And if you are of the mindset that you know everything, you're in the wrong game, because I promise you, breeding Mastiffs will keep you on your toes, and it'll keep you learning stuff. The best breeders in the world that I am friends with from Europe, I promise you, they learn stuff all the time. It's a learning curve. And we help each other and we teach each other. And you have to be humble. And listen, what happened with you? Can you tell me what happened so that maybe I can glean some good information out of it? We can't be so haughty that we think, I've been breeding dogs 30 years. I know everything. That's not true. It's like raising children. Children will teach you something new every day of your life. And so I would implore you, if you are a breeder, ask yourself why you're breeding. Are you really set up to breed? Are you in it for the long haul? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? Because I can tell you there are enough low-end breeders and backyard breeders in this country and around the world. These dogs and this breed should not be exploited for money. I just barely break even every year. I make land taxes, I'm able to pay my insurance, and then I feel successful. I'm not buying new trucks and new cars and redoing my house when I have litters. It goes my vet, my bills, product. You're never going to get rich breeding dogs. What you can do is do it to the best of your ability. And when it comes to the point that you can no longer do it to the best of your ability, then get out and don't do it anymore. Because there are enough breeders in this world that are doing it for greedy reasons. They don't give two craps where their puppies go. They don't care how you take care of them. All they want is your money in their pocket. And they will not help you. They will not answer the phone. They will leave you stranded in the event of your dog gets into something. You need to find a breeder that is doing it from the heart and for the right reasons. And that is my input in this. I do get along with a lot of other breeders, but my mission is to not be like them. I can be friends with them and still not want to be like them. I learned from my mother and old dog breeders. Same thing with horse trainers. The most knowledge I ever learned in my life came from very, very old horse trainers that understood the balance of the horse and how you want to teach a horse to use himself correctly and keeping it basic until you can get to a more advanced place. So guys, I will leave you with that. I have other things to do to prepare lunch for the dogs. We're getting excited for Smokey. We're getting his take-home bag prepared. They were just wormed again, and so we're excited for Smokey and his new life. We are expecting lots of pictures from his mom after she gets him settled. And I can promise you, Smokey has a beautiful, huge, fenced-in yard with privacy screen, and he has all of his mama's attention. He has a pack that he's going into with a Great Dane, with an older Mastiff, with a couple of other dogs, and his mom is retiring on the 30th, so she's going to have all that great time to be with him, which is why he needed to be here as long as he has, because his mom wants to spend all the quality time with him. And we just look forward to seeing Smokey settled and getting all the love that he deserves. So guys, I will leave you with that. I wanted to show you the beef heart. I showed you the beef kidney. And I have things to do. I have to go do chores and pick out the grass and all that. I find that a stall fork takes me about 10 minutes to pick out the dog area. No problem, okay? Don't overthink this. Do the right thing, just like when you're planning on having a baby home. puppy-proof your house, right? It doesn't take long. It literally takes about 10-15 minutes to do it right first. And you want to go online and find out what plants and what trees you really don't want your dog or your puppy chewing on. I just told you guys the other day, the iris and the lily, even if the puppy sucks on the leaf, puts holes in it, and sucks on it, can give him diarrhea. If he eats the leaf, it can actually make him a lot sicker than that. So I have moved the iris plant. Now I've put the new dog area in the side of the house. And so we're really looking forward to Smokey going home and keeping on with Bruno and Faith. They are not introduced to the pack yet, except for through the fence, because they're just too small for right now. Kiana will meet them first. Kiana is everybody's mama. She just loves them, and she never did have babies of her own. But Kiana will look out for them, and they love her through the fence. So I'm really looking forward to that. So guys, I too have to run like Bella Vista South. I have chores to do. I'm probably going to go clean the 2 cars. And it's Midnight Madness weekend coming up. So I have to get food in the house for my daughter to have company. And I think this weekend could prove a wonderful, amazing time for us all. I don't know. I just feel really good. I feel like miracles are happening for everyone, and that the hand of God is just moving. And I'll just keep it at that. The hand of God is moving on my family and with my friends. And I believe if you set out to do things honestly and giving God the glory, I believe he will keep his hand on your breeding program. He will keep your dogs healthy. You may not always be able to breed a female. Look, Kiana has never given me a litter. And I had a decision. I could either intervene medically or I could accept God's will for her not getting pregnant. And I love Kiana so much. It doesn't matter how much money. I don't say I lost it, because I have a dog with the biggest heart, and she loves so hard. She was worth every penny. So I'm not upset over that at all. It just wasn't meant to be. I will try her one more time. And if she doesn't catch, it's just God's will. She didn't catch. Serena is now spayed. I did have, 2 with her, so I'm happy for that. Now moving on, we have Serena. We are 3 weeks out from puppies. Can you believe it? 3 weeks from Gage puppies. Oh, I get so excited for that. And then we're breeding Miss Lily. She's a bad mamma jamma. She is Gage's daughter. She is actually taller than Gage. Her head is the size of Gage's. Big chest, big hip, beautiful top line, huge paw. And she is just beautiful, all up to date on everything. She will have her pre-breeding blood panel in August. She just went for her boosters. And I am breeding her to Patton del Fracasso. And I have 2 pups or 3 pups already sold out of that litter. You're interested in a Lily, the daughter of Gage, being bred to Patton? That's going to be the litter for you. You better come forward, because I don't want to hear nobody crying me. I know there's a few people that have waited for that Patton breeding to Lily. I need to hear from you, because I don't want you crying when you didn't get a puppy. All right, guys, I got to get busy. I have chores to do. I will talk to you soon. My next live feed video is going to be how to inspect your puppy and your dogs for ticks. Stay tuned. Have a great day. God bless.